Sometimes, wealth isn't about money. Life must be rich and full of love. Otherwise, it's no good at all for anyone. Today on our lounge, true wealth is not of the pocket, but of the hearth and the mind. My wife cheated with a wealthy investor and justified it by saying she was learning personal finance. I never thought I'd be sharing this on Reddit, but I need to get this off my chest. My world has been turned upside down, and I don't know who else to turn to for advice and support. Here's the story of how my wife cheated on me with a wealthy investor and tried to justify it by claiming she was learning personal finance. Let me start from the beginning. My wife, 36, let's call her Lily, and I, 39, have been together for 7 years, married for 5. We've had our ups and downs like any couple, but I thought we had a strong foundation built on trust and love. We both had regular jobs, and while we weren't rich, we were comfortable and happy. About a year ago, Lily began showing an unusual interest in personal finance. She started reading books, watching YouTube videos, and even attending seminars on the topic. I was supportive of her newfound passion. I thought it was great that she wanted to improve our financial situation and secure a better future for us. To be honest, I have no idea about finance apart from basic investments like mutual funds. I had no detailed knowledge and didn't even invest, apart from a mandatory tax saving scheme. Coming from a marketing background, I have very limited exposure to finance. Even for tax and exemptions, I refer to my tax consultants, as most of us do. With the new age finance influencers rising on social media, Lily also got interested in learning about the stock market and cryptocurrency. The stock market makes some sense to me because it has been around forever, but crypto is way beyond my understanding. Initially, I joined Lily for a few virtual seminars, but the concept was just so alien to me. Things were going fine until she began spending more and more time with a wealthy investor she had met at one of these seminars. Let's call him Mike. She claimed Mike was a mentor teaching her the ins and outs of investing and wealth building. The mentoring concept is on the rise in America. Every other person these days claims to be a mentor. She eventually stopped contributing money to household expenses, saying she was investing in our future. So I should not complain. I let her do so because I trusted her and single-handedly managed all household bills. I didn't think much of it. But as weeks turned into months, their relationship started to raise some serious red flags. Lily began spending an excessive amount of time with Mike, often late into the night. Her reason was that she had a day job, so evenings were the only time she could spare for her passion. When I expressed my displeasure, she got defensive and belittled me for my limited understanding of investment. She mocked me, saying that one day she would make us rich, and then I would regret not supporting her. I was supporting her by all means. I tried not to interfere as much as I could, but when she was clearly displaying red flags, I had to be alert. She also started dressing differently, more provocatively, but I didn't bring up the topic. I had never commented on her choice of clothes before, so this time as well, I kept quiet. But she began neglecting our relationship, so I confronted her about my concerns. As usual, she brushed them off, saying she was doing this to secure our future, so I should be supportive and not judgmental. Slowly, I started being cold to her because I was doing the heavy lifting in the relationship alone. I thought she would notice the change in my attitude, but she didn't. She was too busy learning the investment game that she forgot I existed. We were no more than housemates and barely spoke, unless it was something important. We didn't even see each other often, though living in the same house. After her day job, she went out for a seminar or mentorship class. One evening, I was passing by the seminar hall where her mentor Mike used to conduct the supposed finance class. Something urged me to go inside and check out the seminar. When I went in, I saw a very different event going on. I asked the security staff about Mike's company seminar and if it happened every day. He told me it doesn't happen regularly, and the last seminar happened months ago. When I came out, I saw a few young men wearing t-shirts with the name of the finance influencer. I approached them and learned they were pitching everyone to join the finance masterclass. I took all the details from them. The seminar was conducted by the influencer himself every 2 to 3 months. But the mentorship classes were taken by mentors like Mike in cafes. They also said it was not a daily class, but a weekly one. And the timing was 7 to 9 p.m. Lily used to come home not before midnight. I took the details of the cafe and left. The next day, I asked Lily if she had a class that day. She gave a curt reply, "I have classes all the days." I said nothing. According to the details I gathered, the class was only on Saturdays, and that day was Thursday. After my work in the evening, I dropped into the cafe and saw her sitting intimately close to Mike, his hands on her waist and his lips on her cheeks. They were whispering into each other's ears. My heart sank as I watched them exchange flirtatious glances. I stood at a distance to give myself enough time to absorb what I was seeing. I tried to capture some video clips because she would come up with the excuse that it was nothing like that. I stood there until they were in a more intimate act. He was licking her ears and doing all sorts of things. I recorded it all. When they were about to kiss, I went and sat at their table opposite them. Lily froze while her affair partner was confused. I said I was her soon-to-be ex-husband, and he chuckled. Lily said that she could explain, and I said, "Go on." She said it was a one-on-one mentoring session. I was like, "Yeah, sure, he was mentoring you by lip to lip." The affair partner left the table laughing at the situation. His attitude was that of a player. I asked Lily up front if she had slept with the affair partner. She said yes, but it was only a part of the investing deal. What kind of deal was that? She tried to justify it, saying it was all part of her personal finance education. She claimed that Mike had promised she would make huge money after completing the classes and doing what he had asked her to do. And what did he ask her for? To sleep with him. She said yes. I knew she was trying to save her face by just giving any random excuses. I played along for some time. I asked if she did it forcefully. She said no, it was consensual. I told her she enjoyed it. She said she didn't but did it only once to secure our future. I lost my mind at this and yelled at her. "Who gave you the responsibility of securing our future?" I told her she didn't need to think about mine. I could do it all for myself. I shouted at her so hard that people glared at us from nearby tables. I stood up and left the cafe. She followed me outside and tried to hold my arms. I shrugged her off and said she could go F her mentor and didn't need to come to my home. I came back home devastated. My trust in her was completely shattered. And I couldn't believe she had used the guise of learning personal finance to mask her infidelity. A few minutes later, Lily arrived. She said it was not for fun. She slipped into his pants just to learn the tricks of money making. I asked her to leave the house. She pleaded with me that it was not cheating. She had no feelings for the affair partner. It was just a part of the business. I don't know what kind of business she was up to. I told her there was no point in banging her mentor to learn personal finance. She could earn actual money by doing so. She got angry at me and said she would prove me wrong. She said I was too rudimentary to understand this modern concept. She got into that mode of, "I will show you how much I can earn. I'm getting into influencer marketing. And you fools cannot understand the importance of investing at an early age," and blah blah blah. She also told me that I'd retire with no money and just take the state pension while she would be a billionaire by then, and then I would regret this mistake. I told her she could do whatever she wanted, but not while with me. She packed her stuff and left. 2 days later, on Saturday, she came back. I was lying on the couch surfing something. She looked at me and said, "No, I'm not here to plead with you or say sorry. I'm going to take my remaining stuff." I didn't respond. She took everything and drove off. She was clearly unremorseful of her actions. She chose her affair partner. He was sure giving her some lessons, all right? Yikes. What she isn't learning is how to invest in a long-term relationship. Update 1. Thanks for all the support and advice, Reddit. I just wanted to have a quick update about my divorce. Nothing much has happened apart from the divorce, so it will be a short update. A lot of people commented that Lily was not even close to learning personal finance. It seemed more like a scam than an investment. Honestly, I don't know much about it. But one thing is for sure. For anyone who promises quick money and double or triple returns, there is something wrong with that. Money making in a genuine way is not a cakewalk and doesn't happen overnight. Nonetheless, it's not my problem anymore. My divorce was finalized last week. It was pretty smooth. As I said, I don't have any huge wealth that she would have fought over. The house we lived in was a rental condo. In terms of alimony, she earned almost equal to me, and she was the one who cheated, so she wasn't entitled to any. The joint account was closed, and the money was split between us. We have no children, so there was no question of child support. Thank God we don't have children. It would have made the situation so complex. Now I get why so many Americans are against having children, because of this uncertainty. Anyway, it's not as easy as it sounds. I'm yet to move on from her cheating. She has been telling everyone that I would go back to her begging for reconciliation when she becomes rich after learning personal finance tricks. I said, good luck. She never admitted that the reason for our divorce was her cheating. She labeled me as controlling, jealous, and whatnot. I listened with a smile as much as I could, and then I showed everyone the video I had recorded of her cuddling with the affair partner. She was hiding her face after that. Common friends were quick to change their allies. The last I heard about her, she was living with her mom during the divorce period. She's definitely not remorseful for what she destroyed. I don't know if she is really learning personal finance, or if it was just an excuse for sleeping with her affair partner. If she was successful in sorting her finances, good for her. I don't want any such kind of money that involves infidelity. By the way, I've recently started watching a lot of videos on investing. I may be jumping to conclusions too fast, I don't know. But there are ample free videos online that give enough information for beginners. I highly doubt that you need a mentor for this. It's something you can self-examine. Right now, I'm trying to distance myself from any conversation involving her. It was draining me mentally. I've picked up my hobby of painting to keep myself distracted. I've joined a fitness club to shed some extra calories. I'm focusing on eating healthy and keeping alcohol in check. I was drinking too much during the pre-divorce period and have gained a lot of extra pounds. I'll update the list if anything progresses. It's a smart move to keep yourself distracted and busy from all the drama. You're making the right moves, and you're right. Why would you want to go back to her after all this that she's done to you? She's absolutely delusional. All that she's gaining from this is bad karma. Update 2. Hello, people. I have an interesting update this time. First of all, thanks for all the support and the relevant links regarding investment knowledge. They were really helpful. As you all commented, it was not a finance class. It was a scam. So true. The highlight of this update is that Lily got scammed. Remember that finance influencer who was holding seminars? It turned out that he was a scammer. He duped people out of their hard-earned money, promising them heavy returns. Lily was also investing some 30% of her income in that scheme to get heavy returns. Not only that, but I heard she had also sold some of her solid assets like her family heirloom diamond ring and her platinum necklace to go all in on the investment game. It looks like everything was just a scam. The influencer is on the run, while his teammates, including the affair partner Mike, have been arrested and the investigation is ongoing. After this news came out, Lily was mocked by everyone she had boasted about her upcoming riches to. She was rubbing her newfound knowledge in everyone's faces and belittling everyone who had limited investment knowledge. After this news, all those people who were mocked by Lily are targeting her and making fun of her, obviously. One of the common friends told me that she had blocked most of the people who were mocking her. She has also deleted her social media account because people were tagging her in posts about that finance influencer she was advocating for. So, yes, people would do that to her. You should not blow the trumpet before the victory. And that's what she had been doing all this while. For me, I have progressed quite a lot. I have shed the extra calories. Now I'm into muscle training, and I like it. As I said, I've picked up painting once again, and it feels really good. I have not rushed into dating yet. It is not about getting over the past. I'm just not ready for it. Thank you for all the support. Of course, he was a scammer. He scammed his way right up into her. Update 3. Things took a very drastic turn last month. Just a week after my last update, I got a visitor. Yes, it was Lily. She looked miserable. She said that she was scammed. The affair partner and his fraud influencer boss had duped hundreds of people and fled with their money to a different country. Wasn't the affair partner arrested, according to the last update? I asked her, and she said no. The affair partner and a few other so-called mentors were the close aides of the influencer, and they were able to flee just at the right time. The other team members were detained in the absence of the main culprits. I asked her if she had come to me because the affair partner had fled. She said no. She loved me. She insisted that we sit and talk. I reminded her that we were already divorced, so there was no point in having any conversation. She was like, I have already been punished by karma. I've lost so much money. I lost all the respect. People are mocking me, making fun of me. You came out victorious from the situation. What else do you want? What else do I want? I want peace. I wanted her away from my life. And at that moment, I wanted her out of my house. That was what I wanted. She went on to say, now that you know there was nothing between me and Mike, we can get back together. If there was anything, he would have taken me with him, right? I said no. He would not have taken you because he had many chicks like you sleeping with him to learn some stupid money-making tricks. He can't take all of his whores, right? She pleaded with me for reconciliation, saying she was not involved in any kind of emotional relationship with the affair partner. She got swayed by the thought of becoming rich overnight. I told her that patching up was not on the table. I had moved on a lot by then, so her pleading did not affect me at all. Had she pleaded with me when her affair got exposed, I might have thought about forgiving her. I don't know. But after seeing her true colors, I'm not a fool to trust her again. She came back to me when she lost everything. She was still mocking me while leaving the house and during the divorce proceedings. She wasn't remorseful. Now, when she had lost everything, she came to me. Unbelievable. I told her to leave because I had to go out to my fitness class. She said that I looked much younger and fitter and asked if I was dating someone. I told her it was none of her business. She started crying that I was being rude to her. I told her she should thank me for being civil to her and listening to her after what she had done to me. She shouldn't be allowed inside my house. I was still a very polite man who entertained her. She held my hands and kept saying sorry. I told her crying and begging didn't mean anything to me now. I used to love her dearly, but now I have moved on from that feeling. She left after I turned cold toward her pleadings. A few days later, her mother called me and asked if we could meet. I asked her the reason. She said it was something urgent and important and couldn't be discussed over the call. I went to meet her the next day for coffee. She apologized on behalf of Lily. I hugged her and told her it wasn't her fault. She didn't need to say sorry. She had always been sweet to me, even during the divorce proceedings. She didn't badmouth me, unlike Lily. She asked me if I could reconcile with Lily because she had been very remorseful for her act. She was always crying and slipping into depression. She said she feared Lily might turn suicidal because she had lost all her savings, part of her monthly salary, and some precious jewelry pieces, the ones I mentioned in the previous updates. I didn't know Lily had lost her savings as well. Lily was always in saving mode, and I know for sure she had no less than $100,000. Losing such a huge amount of money can make anyone mentally ill. I asked her how patching up was going to help her cope with the depression of money loss. She said Lily really loves me. And at the time when she had lost everything, she could at least be happy that she had me in her life. I'll be honest here, I did feel bad for Lily. I also got slightly inclined towards considering the reconciliation, but it was for a brief moment. I quickly bounced back on my decision of not having her back. I told her I could not do this. I didn't love her anymore. It was again a cycle of crying and pleading to save her daughter from depression. I stood firm on my decision and told her to take Lily for therapy. She needed counseling more than a husband. My ex-mother-in-law was disappointed that I turned down her request, but understood my point. There was one more thing that would have further disturbed Lily, and that was about my investment journey. I followed some genuine finance YouTubers who really helped me understand the concept of personal finance and investing at macroeconomic and fundamental levels. That knowledge helped a lot in building my portfolio, and guess what? I'm already sitting at a substantial profit. I've gotten into the stock and bond market as well. Crypto trading is still beyond my understanding, and I don't want to get into unknown territory. I'm not rushing into things. I'm learning one thing at a time. Learning about the stock market has also affirmed my belief that money making is not an overnight thing. It needs patience and courage. I'm hoping to come out of this stronger. For dating, I think I'm still not ready for it. Thanks all for the love and support. You'll have many riches in life. Wealth won't be the only one. You should be extremely proud of yourself. She only learned that wealth isn't everything, but it was far too late for that. Wishing you all the best. You will come out of this stronger. You're already miles ahead from when you started. Well, folks, that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the content as much as I enjoyed making it. If you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Drop a comment below with your thoughts and tell me your stories. I'd love to hear them. Cheers, and see you in the next one.